Hello everybody and welcome back to your 10 minutes of Eve. I am Casuality, and if you like this format, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. And if you are the person who always gives a thumbs down to my videos mere minutes after they have been uploaded and obviously without looking at them, please use the comment section below, or if my videos bother you so much, please move on to someone else's videos. For all the others, it's time to look at the first of the career options Eve has to offer, and I choose exploration to start this kind of video series. Exploration means scanning down cosmic signatures and making use of the results that you can find. And conveniently, all required skills are summarized in the scanning skills subcategory, and there's only a bunch of them, 7 to be precise, and you won't need high skill levels to start exploring, at least in HiSec, so it's an alpha-friendly activity. Quick look at the skills. You will need the survey skill, more or less only to unlock skill training in others. As an alpha clone, you will not be able to learn astrometric pinpointing, so you don't need to bother about that. If you're an omega, I strongly recommend rising the skill at least to level 3. That's true for most of them, so this character has not done much exploration, but even with only 2 skill levels, he is doing fine in HiSec. Astrometric acquisition, is it an... Yeah, that's trainable by alphas. This is only gives you a speed increase when scanning, so it's no necessity or no priority at least. But archaeology and hacking are required for making use of data and relic sites after you've scanned them down, and this will be subject of the next video. But to actually scan down cosmic signatures, you will only need some skill levels in survey, preferably astrometrics, astrometric range finding, and pinpointing if you are an omega. And this will get you going. Then of course you will need a ship. Each race has a so-called scanning frigate. For the Caldari it's the Heron, which you can see here, but there are of course also others. For the Galante it's the Imicus. For the Minmatar I think it's the Probe, I've never used that one. And for the Amar it should be the Magnate. Each of those frigates will give you a bonus to core and combat scanner probe strength, and that's what is required to scan down cosmic signatures. So the power of your scanner probes is contesting against the hiding factor, let's call it that way, of the site you want to scan down. So these sites have a difficulty level ranging from 1 to 5, with 1 being the easiest and 5 being the hardest to scan down, and there's a competition between your scanning power and this hiding factor. And this bonus scales up with the respective frigate skill. Then the only other thing that's absolutely needed is a probe launcher. You need a core probe launcher to scan on anomalies, and you will need an expanded probe launcher if you also want to be able to scan down ships, but that's not the subject of this guide. And you need some scanner probes, which are charges. you can find them here. For high-sec, even for beginners, the core scanner probes should be enough, but you can also use the sister core scanner probe, which has more scanning power, but easily is roughly 40 times the price. So this may be, you need 8 probes, and 8 sister core scanner probes may cost more or just as much as the rest of your ship. I really like the Heron because it has 5 mid slots, and you will need, in my opinion, at least 3 for scanning purposes, or for scanning and hacking purposes combined. The data analyzer and the relic analyzer are for hacking, so next episode we will take care of that. And the scan range finding array needs a range finding skill, but will improve your scanning power. Also the pinpointing skill gives you access to another module, the pinpointing array, which will also help you track and pin down signatures. And that's it. That's all you need to scan down signatures, but of course you also have to find one, and you can just jump around and look for them, or you can use the agency, look for cosmic signatures, and it will show you how many there are in your immediate vicinity. So in this case, this would be maybe a good way to start looking, because there are 3 in the system which we can try our skills on. Combat and data side is not the only thing you can find when scanning down signatures. You can also find combat sites, and this is, for example, what this ship is good for. It only has the core probe launcher and the better scanner probes, because I'm not fitting any other supporting equipment in the mid slots, since I will need them for fighting. And this aims to find certain combat sites which are hidden in combat signatures and then run them. But this again will be part of another video. But I only wanted to mention that this is a possibility. And we will use this ship just to go and find us some signatures. To stick within the time limit, I will cut out the time required to find a system with an anomaly, and will be right back once I have one. So we have arrived in a system not only with 3 but 4 cosmic signatures, and now I want to start scanning them. We have to leave the gate cloak to do that. And by the way, if you don't have the probe scanner up constantly like I have, you can find it here. Just press the left mouse button and then use the left option, probe scanner. You have several ways of launching your probes. I prefer to use the pinpoint formation, and then I open up the system map. Use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out, and hold the left mouse button to move your your angle. The red bubbles roughly show you the signature radius, or the radius where the signature should be in, and the blue bubbles are the scanning ranges of your 8 probes. You can increase probe size here and drag and drop the center, which is the cube of your scanning power. Then go on to analyze. As you see, I've caught several of the red crosses, which are the center points of the bubbles in my scanning radius. And I'm looking at the first result now. Pick out or select the one which has had the biggest success. Left clicking on it will center it on your screen, and then I use drag and drop to align my cube vertically, then switch to the top-down view and drag and drop to align on this plane, and then I can again reduce the scan radius, which will concentrate my scanning power on a smaller volume of space. Hit the analyze, and then we will get the next scanning result. So this is a wormhole, which is not what I'm looking for, but we will scan it down just to show how it's done. And once it turns orange, you can also see the scanning difficulty level, in this case 1, which is the easiest. And again, I adjust vertical height and then the position. It's quicker if you use keyboard shortcuts instead of changing everything with the mouse. So holding down the Alt key brings up those cones, and drag and drop again to reduce the scanning radius, and then in my case it's on B to start scanning. You can change those key bindings, of course. So without further ado, let's finish scanning down that wormhole. And that's it. All scanning results will remain identified even if you leave the system, dock and undock, until you log out or this site disappears. Wormhole may collapse, a combat or data site may be done by another player, then it will be removed, but otherwise this will stay until you log out. That's more or less everything to scanning. Of course, it will not be always as easy as in this case, but the principle is the same for everything. And if you are not able to bring a signature to 100%, it will not turn green and you will not be able to warp to it as indicated by those arrows. If you have finished scanning, please remember to recall your probes. They will then end up in your item hanger and you still have to reload your probe launcher. Okay, that's that for a short overview of the scanning activity, and in the next episode we will take care of hacking. I would like to see you again next time, and bye bye.